Hi, all. This is Zaida Velgara from Become Miami here to give you your reading for July 2026. I hope you enjoy it. Now, for all of you guys that are new, let me give you the rundown of how this works. First of all, I only do one English reading of the zodiac sign per month. I usually use astrology. I pick 3 to 4 events in astrology and I tell you what is happening and how it's going to affect you specifically. I believe that when people read your tarot, they're really just reading astrology and they're telling you their interpretations based on their own healing and their own life and their own experiences. So keep that in mind as you're going through this reading. Remember, these are our general messages, Capricorn. So take what's yours and leave what is not. Keep in mind that if you find offense on something, maybe it's time for you to meditate on it because why? This is a random reading online. Oh my God. Anyways, that being said, let's talk about the first thing that we're going to talk about, which is July 7th. That's next week. And the Neptune will be in Aries and it will be a retrograde until December 12th. This last time that this actually happened was in 1861 through 1865, which provoked here in the United States the Great Civil War. What does that mean? That means a Great Civil War within you. And I believe it's being triggered by the Mercury retrograde that started on Monday, followed by also at the Monday was the full moon in Capricorn, literally a double whammy of trying to make you see what you are trying to ignore. So that being said, let's find out how it's going to affect you. The shepherd with the sheeple. The choir upside down. And the gossip upside down. Woof, 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 woof. There's some drama that is going to blow up to the people that were creating it because it's over when it comes to you. Hold on. And the vacation in reverse. Okay. So this is what's playing out. So it seems like there was a ringleader, a person in your realities. Look, broken heart in the bottom, and I think it's theirs. And the five of pentacles, followed by the getting the message because of the goldfish. Oh my God. Okay. So this is just confirming the entire message. That's the reason I keep pulling him out, but this is insane. So it seems like you had a ringleader. This was a person that you just did not rub the right way. Maybe you called them out on their bullshit. Maybe you presented somebody some information that kind of made them look um in a negative way, right? They look like shit, right? So then this one, then they decided to move their herd, right? Their sheeple, people that they're easy to manipulate, that have been and that listen to this individual, blah blah blah. They decided to take these people and move them in a certain belief system, and that belief system is against you. Now, because the choir came upside down, it seems like they are now turning on that person. Why are they turning on that person? Because that gossip that they spread has been confirmed to be a lie, and now it's returning back to them. Everything is returning back to this person. And now this person has nowhere to fly away to try to avoid this drama. So, sounds like a them problem. You know they shouldn't have effed with you. This is the perfect depiction of Capricorn of F around and find out. This is already starting the beginning of the month. So I would say the month for you is going to be awesome. Because if you're starting out with calling somebody's be, I mean, I feel like you did nothing. Like you just did your everyday as usual situation, but it's not like if you actively did something against this person. I mean, they shouldn't have spread gossip, right? They should have just left you the F alone. I'm over here in my little corner drinking my tea, being the most calmest person possible, and you're coming around effing with me. Whose fault is the fact that things are being turned back to you? It sounds like a you problem. Look at that, the death card. And it says release, but it's literally Archangel Azrael and the energy of death. Do you see how that one wanted to go upside down? That's important. This is the Nine of Swords, and it's in reverse, not in reverse. It's still not done. That's the reason why I kind of want to go reverse, but it didn't. This is like, you're not going to lose sleep about this situation. And you're going to get the message, Ace of Cups. Somebody's going to come with a gossip to tell you how bad that situation just. There's a lot of opportunities that are now going to open up to you after, you know, this person's gossip goes out the door. A lot of opportunities are going to go open up for you. And with the Ace of Wands, I feel like you're going to start a new cycle of a lot of action. We have the Two of Swords. So I want to know what the Two of Swords is. The Strength card with the Two of Wands. I feel like the stagnation that you were experiencing is finally breaking free, and is breaking free strongly, and things are going to start moving in the same direction for you, which is positively. I do see the balancing out of your finances and opportunities that are all around you. I see actually connecting to some kind of new agreement, contract. Like, I feel like whoever was turning against you are now wanting to turn towards you and kind of connect with you. But I'm seeing you in the energy of victory, but also in the energy of, I appreciate the offer, but I'd rather stay over here by myself alone. I don't mind working with you, but like being friends and nice, you believe this fool's BS in the beginning. No, thank you. And 10 of Pentacles, I am seeing a lot of money. I think this might be work related because I am seeing a lot of material stuff. It feels like, honestly, it feels like a work gossip, some kind of drama there, and everybody believed this person's drama, and it's turning back on them. I'm just like, oh, so stupid. People are so stupid. Like, I think that when you hit a hurdle, right, it's for you to realize, did I do something wrong in my misalignment, and is there something I need to learn from this? Everything you can learn from, even if it's your problem or not your problem, if it's your fault or not your fault, you can always learn from something. But if your hands are clean, right, if your hands are clean and you're divinely anointed, is what we can call it. We can call it blessed. We can call it, your consciousness is clean, but you have an active connection to your spiritual team. Don't think that though your hands are clean, their hands has to stay clean. So remember that. Some people have to know how to stay in their lanes because they never know who might be spiritually aided, would be a good idea to say. These. Okay. Next thing I'm going to talk about is July 14th. The new moon will be in Cancer. New moon in Cancer is heavy. It's heavy because it's linked to the Mercury retrograde in the sign of what? Cancer. So now we have a new moon, something that is hidden, something that you cannot see, but coming, is starting to work in the background. But then the Mercury retrograde is putting to light what is being worked in the background. And the sun is doing a conjunction, which is making friends with Mercury. So bringing a lot of light to the situation. So the sun is the one bringing the light, and Mercury is the one bringing the light to something that is hidden in the new moon in Capricorn. I mean, in Cancer and Capricorn, because it's Cancer, it talks about fundamental relationships. So this would be immediate family. This can be a relationship with yourself, or this can be all the structural relationships that you have for your work, your home, your business, your social life. So what do we tell Capricorn? We have the peacock. And we have self-love, and it says you will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself. This that which makes you indefinitely unique and beautiful. There are deep wells of untapped inner power in letting go of negative self-talk. So I think it's their gossip, these people's gossip moving into the 14th. then you start looking like if your shit don't stink, and everything else that these people did looks even worse. Like, I'm talking about, when something really bad happens and it happens for an amazingly good reason, whatever this drama was with this shepherd that led a whole mess of a choir, a gossiping sheeple, whatever that was. Oh my God, did that help you? It literally makes you shine even brighter because look at this person. They had so much integrity and they keep doing their work so well and they're so amazing while all these fools are stupid. Kind of one of those things. Oh, Capricorn, you're making me smile. All right. Ooh, sorry. It started late here. Knight of Pentacles. His bag of tricks that he's moving around with. Let's find out. Five of Cups. The Seven of Cups in reverse. The Sun card. This is crazy because it's telling me the same thing. We have the Two of Cups. Oh. And the Eight of Swords. Why the Eight of Swords? The Devil, Queen of Swords. Eight of Cups. I wanted to get more information on that because that was like, what? Should I be worried or not be worried? So here we are, you with your bag of tricks. This is just the beginning of your path. I think that you're moving into more different, expansive things. And so you have a lot more in your bag of tricks. This was just the intro. Okay. I'm seeing a situation where the five of this is the Five of Cups, right? Yeah. The Five of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles. I mean, the Seven of Cups in reverse is kind of telling me that this situation for the other side, um, it's crazy because I was talking about it before I pulled the cards and I still feel it. This situation for the other cards aside now has them stuck in their own head and with no options because they see clearly who or what this person or these people were connecting to. So I think they were doing contracts or agreements with people under the table, or they were doing some back deals or something funny. Like the reason why this individual went against you so hard was not because you you did something wrong, but because you did something right and you questioned and you confronted. And it created a situation where then this person lashed out on you. And in lashing out on you, it created a situation where now they're thinking, why would they have to lash out on this specific person? Like, it's not a big deal. Why are they lashing out on this specific person? And now that is creating this like big. Remember how I told you this moon is like putting the light, the sun in things that were done in the dark? Here, there's going to be a big light to the things that this person was doing under the table, contracts, agreements, and oaths, and that's going to tie them up. I'm seeing the devil connected with the queen of swords, and that literally means that that their actions is like signing their soul to the devil because they thought they were smart, and now they're going to end up with the Eight of Cups. Like this is like walking away from a situation, being let go, like literally being out in the cold. But I'm going to tell you something. Once you sign your soul like that, that stays with you. And then we were talking about the peacock, and we have the three which is the Empress card, and that is you. And you being the Empress, I mean, I'm talking about you're like, if with these two together, that's like Oshun energy, right? Where you're lavish, you're like you literally are pooping out flowers and spitting out rainbows. And then the moon comes out as everything is being revealed in this moon that happens. And then we have the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. Then comes an offer, and hey, do you think you would like to do this thing? Right? And then we have the Two of Wands, which is the I want to say the crossroads where your destiny then shifts, because now they want to invest in you. Now they want to do work with you. Now they want to move in this direction with you. But it's because they figured out they backed somebody that was doing underhanded deals, and that negatively, it gives a bad look to whoever or whatever this is, be it an organization, a person, place, thing, or energy. Like now they want to play nice with you because they realize, I mean, this is bad for whatever this person was doing. The next thing that we're going to see here is July 26th. On July 26th, there's a lot of things happening. One of them is Saturn going retrograde in the sign of Aries. It will be active until the 20th of December. And what is important about this energy is the removal of masks. More masks. These are ones that you might wear and people around you wear, but by the look of it here is like people faking it till you make it, and all of them dropping like flies all around you. I'm like, holy shit. And you're just sitting there like, oh, no way. And I'm like, I'm not going to partake in gossip, but if it comes to me, my ears work, but I'm not sharing. I'm just listening. That's what I'm feeling. Oh my God, you're making me laugh. And this is actually activating the energy of February 20th, which was the Great Reset. So in the Great Reset, you were starting to activate inside of you a sense of self that is true and authentic to you. And during this time from now until December, it's kind of revealing to you the things inside of you, like the deep-seated subconscious stuff and the hidden things that need to get out of the way so you can become who you're supposed to become. The second thing is the changing of the nodes. So you have to think about this like the magnetic pull of the wheel of zodiac, right? So instead of North Pole, South Pole is North Node, South Pole, so not South Node, okay? Oh my God, it's not gonna come out. So we have Pisces now, and we're moving into Aquarius. So old world, because Pluto used to be in Pisces and now it's in Aquarius, to the new world. Okay. And that is old magic. That's the magic where you manipulate people by the somatic things that you can get out of the person and by your previous experiences. And the other one is real magic that comes from the essence of who you are. So it's kind of like going from fake it to, if you're not there, you can't fake it, because you're just not gonna, you cannot compete where you don't compare, right? I'm seeing this situation where there's going to be a lot of people losing a lot of everything because they're going to be found out for the fakeness that they are. And then we have the opposite end, the south end, which usually is the shadow work that we need to do to help ourselves descend. And before, we used to be in Virgo, and that's planning. I need to have this paper. I need to be prepared this way. I need to do this other thing. Oh, this idea, this idea, this idea, and never moving from Idea Island to Leo. And Leo is amazing because it pushes you forward. It also makes you very like peacocky or very liony, but it can inflate your ego. So please remain as humble as you need to be, but don't also over humble it. You know what I mean? And this is 18 months of that. So I want to see how it's going to affect you, Capricorn. Oh, sorry, I was going to pull that out and then they said no. Okay, the first thing I see is a cat and a full moon. A cat in a branch on a full moon. Okay, that's important because the full moon, I think it's closer to the 29th of the month. The full moon is going to have a big influence. It's going to, like, I feel like it's a launch pad to this energy. So once the 26th happens, it's just going to be like steady moving for a couple of days. And then on the full moon energy, it's going to like kind of move you forward. Then we have a fairy and the moon. And I feel like I want to tell somebody that some kind of elemental energy that is inside of you, some kind of elemental spirit inside of you is being activated. This will be your tower of Que Sera Sera. And this one came out for Sagittarius's reading. But the tower for Que Sera Sera is kind of like, this is shocking. I wasn't expecting this. This is totally brand new, but I can't really do nothing about it. It is what it is. That's that. Then we have the energy of Scorpio. And that's interesting because the Scorpio energy was kind of like feeling anxious that something wasn't going to happen and it's just going to happen. I feel like if there has been something in your life that you felt like you're being detained from receiving, um, partner, job, joy, money, whatever it is that is your lack, where your lack is sitting. I feel like after this Kisara energy, full moon energy, that's when you're going to start seeing things move forward. And then we have the dragonfly, which for me is a transformation that brings joy. There is also the sun, and it's a gold sun, and it's in reverse. And what you're not going to see is some kind of awakening of your spirit that you weren't expecting, because there is a huge death inside your soul. And what, because this is a moth, um, the death inside your soul is that there's like a huge transformation inside of you. The death is kind of like the old way of being, Pisces old way, moving to Aquarius old way is taking place here. Then we have, oh, shut up. I said Pisces old way to Aquarius old way, and we have Aquarius. And then we have the wheel of faith also in gold. So this is the wheel of fortune changing in your spirit that creates some kind of strange balance and equilibrium. This is the sign of Libra. So that can positively affect you. I already did the Scorpio reading and I already did the Libra reading. So there might be something in that for you. But I don't think that whatever you're trying to like manifest or whatever will take place until you get that elemental energy, and you're not going to get it until the full moon of July, and it comes in the end. So I want to see more about with that elemental energy that I'm seeing for you, Capricorn. So let me see. Fate. Shut the fucking front door. And this is number 13, death card. But in this, it's fate. This death that you're going to be going through, it was fated. Like it was always going to happen. This reminds me of Kung Fu Panda. I mean, if you guys never seen Kung Fu Panda, you guys don't know what you're missing out on. But in the second one of Kung Fu Panda, like the peacock, look at that. We talked about the peacock too. The peacock was like upset because he's like, I took away everything that made you you. I took away your identity. I took away the essence that you were. I made you nothing. How were you able still to complete your faith? How were you able to get balance? How were you able to release? Oh my God, that movie is giving me chills. That movie. How were you able to release that pain and find inner peace? And he's like, well, nothing. You just got to like roll the shoulders and kind of go with the flow, right? Oh my God, that is so coming up here right now. This was your fate. And it's the 7 of Cups in reverse. The confusion is leaving. And this one wants to turn upside down. So this one's still in the process. I don't feel like it's probably going to happen until like midway through August. And we have the hanged man that wants to be in reverse. So, and then once the confusion is gone completely, you're going to start noticing that that stagnation is starting to leave completely. We also have the page of poles in reverse. So you're no longer naive to the actions that you are taking. And we have the knight of poles, and you are less impulsive with the actions that you are taking because of the fact that you are more conscious of your own energy, your own wounds, and your own movement forward. This is maturity. You know, like a teenager, you expect them to be impulsive, you expect them to be foolish, you expect them to move in certain directions. But as you get older, you hope that you acquire wisdom and prudence, and I want to say humility in such a way that you slow down and you think before you act. Then we have the Queen of Coals to the Emperor, and I am seeing a shift here where you moving from the Queen of Coals energies that sometimes is impulsive, sometimes is explosive, etc., to the Emperor energy. And the Emperor energy is that energy of knowing when it's time for you to take action, knowing when it's time for you to delegate, and feeling okay for others to rise up in the same level as you, because nobody can take your position away from you, right? In the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords, followed by the Knight of Junk, followed by and the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Sun card. And what I'm feeling with this energy is kind of like, what you don't realize that is coming is that things have been moving very slowly, and because of your mind, it's been so distorted because of how they broke it, right? And the whole process of your life is first remembering who you were, second remembering your worth, thirdly accepting that you're not like what you grew up in and it's okay, and then moving in a new direction and kind of holding on so strongly to the identity that you have of self, right? Because the Four of Pentacles is talking about holding it really closely in. Yes. And then here we have the Sun, because the Sun has awakened inside of you. You have awakened. So it's very positive. I really feel, but in the beginning was kind of making me laugh, the beginning of the month, because somebody's fucking gossip is going to shoot them in their own foot. But then afterwards, it's like, I'm feeling like, whoa, that's all I got to say. I hope you enjoy it.